This was a kind of interesting chapter this week. This One Piece chapter 843. Um, a lot of crazy stuff happened, and it's kind of parts of it to me I really liked, and some other parts still kind of up in the air. And I'm gonna wait to see, what obviously what is gonna happen next, what Oda's gonna do to make to like differentiate some of the aspects of the chapter, like the big thing, Sanji versus Luffy, how it's going to change from what happened in Ennis Lobby with Robin and Water 7 with Usopp. So um, for starters, I'll just get to the stuff that I really liked. I loved how we kind of got more um, kind of insight of how Big Mom really utilizes her soul powers, and how she puts the souls. We've seen the actual sun and the clouds and the rainbows and all that stuff from past chapters, but actually hearing that she utilizes them in like a really like freaky way of turning him into um, like I think it was the sun's Prometheus and the thundercloud is Zeus, and turning into like this attack force that she uses like that Cracker utilized when he was trying to track down Eroge for defeating Commander Snack. Um, I don't know. It was really cool to see Big Mom use her powers like in certain really unique ways like that, and furthering um, the intuitive nature of her abilities. And I just wonder like what how I understand how she got like a how you can put a soul into a cloud, but the sun thing I'm still kind of iffy about because I just don't know how that the practicality of how do you make the sun. I don't know. It's I don't know if it's ever going to be answered, but it's just kind of an interesting thing. Um, I also really liked, um, you know, the Luffy and Nami like finally meeting up with um, the Vinsmokes, and um, the I as of right now I guess I like the confrontation between um, Luffy and uh, Sanji, but and I think the big thing that's different between the Ennis Lobby and this like Whole Cake Island little mix up is that Sanji has like all these ties, all these like strings attached to him, like with his hands being cuffed and with Big Mom's crew watching over Zeph. Whereas Robin, she had nothing. She just didn't want to harm the crew. And both we all know that Sanji is doing this because he doesn't want the crew to get harmed, and he doesn't want his friends back at the restaurant to get harmed. But it just seems odd that Sanji's doing this because you know he went through so much. He was one of the people to really first go after Robin, and like the crew has instilled like this kind of narrative that they will never never back down from challenge and all this stuff. And I get why Sanji's doing it, but it just seems I don't know. It just seems it's weird. I just want to see where it goes with it. And I really liked. I think that Sanji's going super over the top, but he's not even mentioning he referred to Luffy's like what was your name again? Like I think he's going over the top to kind of signify to Nami that um, like something else is up. Like I'm kind of I'm being forced to essentially do this, because Luffy's never gonna like pick up on those like subtle nuances things. And um, I think because of Nami, she's probably one of the smartest in the crew, and she was with Sanji when Sanji was being essentially like held captive by Capone, and that's when Sanji was like, yeah, no, Luffy is going to be the one to become the Pirate King. So that happened, like a week ago in One Piece time, and so he's not gonna, and they spent all that time together. He's not just gonna like she knows that he's not gonna just ditch everything like that. Like she's gonna realize that, you know, uh, probably probably in two chapters after like the Sanji and um, Luffy fight, which I'm pretty hyped about because I think that's gonna be kind of cool fight. But I think that's when Nami's gonna kind of talk to Luffy, saying like, like there's something else up, like, because this is so out of Sanji's character. And regarding the fight between them, I'm kind of conflicted on how I want it to happen because, you know, obviously Luffy is so much stronger than Sanji. Like that's just it's a fact. There's but he might Luffy's probably gonna obviously like pull back some of his punches but seeing the other Vinsmokes there, I don't know if they're just gonna like all tag up together after a while once Sanji, because I don't know if they're gonna realize that Sanji's kind of holding back, or if Sanji's gonna go all out. It's crazy, and I'm that's what I'm really loving about One Piece right now, is that it's so there's you can't predict what's gonna happen. With the whole Zeph thing that happened, like no one saw that coming, and that's still I don't even know how they're gonna get out of that, because that's dealing with just Big Mom's crew, and Big Mom clearly holds such a grudge because we learned in this chapter that you know just one of her commanders being taken out, they pursued Erosion. That's why we saw him on that Sky Island and his crew looking kind of small. And yeah, no, there is one thing though that I kind of don't like about this chapter, and it is back. We see like when Sanji's doing all those flashbacks of remembering that that Judge has he has Zeph, and that Big Mom's crew can take him on at any moment. That his handcuffs are all that stuff, like all those little flashbacks. We see like the scene of Vito from Capone's group where he's like whispering in Sanji's ear, and back in I think that's chapter 813, and that was a huge thing of like what did Vito whisper in Sanji's ear, and a lot of people were saying that it couldn't be it wasn't the thing about Zeph, because then Sanji wouldn't have that reaction with Judge. So it was a huge mystery to me and to a ton of other people of what it was, and I was pretty underwhelmed with what it actually was, because it seems like it was still kind of cut off, but it seemed like he was saying that everyone who declines the Tea Party invitation essentially gets killed, and the people around them get killed. Like the thing that pretty sure Peckham's told the crew and everybody back, like right before they left, or as they were leaving Zoe, and yeah, just kind of underwhelming. I was hoping that there would be something big and another big Sanji mystery there, but maybe something else is going to happen. But besides that, I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen next. I'm hoping that it goes a completely different route from what it was with the old Water 7 Luffy Usopp fight, with what happened with Robin and his lobby, because I don't know, I just don't like I don't want things to be repeated like that, and I doubt Oda is gonna. He's such a fantastic storyteller that I doubt it's gonna be like that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, whether or not you think that really how you think the battle is gonna go down between Sanji and Luffy. Do you think that all the brothers like Ichiji, Niji, Yonji, like, do you think they're gonna step in at some point and try to finish it off, or you think that Sanji's gonna really just take out Luffy, which I doubt is gonna happen, but they're gonna have to separate at some point. So the battle, I just don't know how that's gonna conclude. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends if you like it. I'll be here next week.